wanting these materialistic things like money, cars, clothes, whatever. I mean, it's cool and all, but like, if your soul ain't right, if you're always constantly fiending for something else, that's a lack of self-love, and for a lot of people, it's a missing hole, right? And the hole is, it's filled by a source. Not everybody has the same source. You gotta find your source. But the Most High is the Most High, and He is always, Father and Mother is always gonna be a source to all of us. Regardless of who you are. So like, you're gonna depend on the devil for your shit, and you ain't never gonna get nothing through the devil, bro. I'm gonna just say that right there. You ain't never gonna get nothing through the devil. Because he's gonna use you, abuse you, and then throw you in the trash, and then kill you. Shoot, at least God gives you a chance to redeem yourself, because He's the one that lets you get tossed up by the devil, you feel me? And at the end of the day, He still gives you, chances, when you caught up with the devil. Like my friend Kevin, really, really kind soul, really nice soul. Like, he used to be on drugs and stuff, and he had came over to our place, right, to live. And he didn't have a job, so he got a job at Walmart. But there was some drug addict people there and stuff like that. But they're drug addict people, and he used to do, like, I think it was crystal meth, and also, what else? Crystal meth and heroin, like both of them. And he had given it up for like a few years, but in Walmart there's hella like tweakers and shit to him, and he had just gotten hooked, and I was like, oh shit, bro, you good? You gonna be good? He was like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna touch that shit, whatever, blah blah. Like, 2 weeks later I see him, I'm like, he looks a little bit, thumbs up, And then 2 weeks more, I see him on the way to work. I'm walking to work, and I see him going down to this tunnel. Like the storm passages. I was living in Vegas at the time, but these little storm passages and shit. And he was about to go down. I already knew what he was about to do. Excuse me for taking so long, but it's been a long morning. I've had to recollect, a little bit, but he went down that tunnel to go do meth and heroin, and I was like, bro, you know what this means, right? Because I was living with my mom and my brother in like a small apartment, and there was an agreement that he couldn't get on drugs living in our space, right? I caught him and I'm like, yo, you know what this means, right? And like, so he's going down to the tunnel, right? I approach him and I tell him, I'm like, bro, you really want to do this? It's like, yeah, bro. I was like, you know what this means? I'm like, yeah. Hey, he's like, yeah. I'm like, bro. You ain't gonna have a place to stay, bro. You gonna have to tell my mom to my bro. Anyways, go down there and see him shoot up and shit. I was like, alright. I just had to see it. I don't know why. I feel like I just be wanting me to see shit and see how people really are. See how they get down, I guess. But yeah, saw him shoot up. I was like, yeah, you gotta tell my mom to my brother. Cause, I ain't keeping no secret. You feel me? Cause, there's been another incidents where a guy actually started doing like drugs around us and he started acting weird. And I'm like, bro, it's just demons, you know? And I remember, back in the day, you guys are so weird. Anyways, I'm talking to these harassers that be energetically harassing, sending motherfucking monitoring spirits or shit. Yo, get a life, bro. Anyways, yeah. He gets kicked out, and a year later, he comes back. He's like, hey, bro, when I was gone, bro, I saw the craziest shit. And like, I believed him back then, but I hadn't experienced anything like it. And he basically said he went down a dark path where he got addicted to drugs and he ended up meeting this guy. And this guy would push him to do things, you know, that were like probably darker and darker and darker, you know, like but he told me that this guy spoke to him telepathically. I was like, oh shit, man, that's a trip. And it's like he was pushing thoughts into his mind. And now I really understand. It's like that shit is really real. Motherfuckers, you gotta watch out on your path, you feel me? Especially when you're like a bright soul. You know, somebody that has a lot of light off tops, like even if you are in darkness, bro, it's like you gotta watch out, man. You gotta know your pitfalls, honestly. Like, I know mine. You know, I still struggle with the idea of them, you know, letting them go sometimes. Because it's like going through the path I've gone through is like dealing with the same afflictions over and over. And it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of mean, obviously it's repetitive, but it's really teaching me some fortitude in terms of getting over things, you know? Because, like, the things I've had to get over the most times are some of the things that I've hurt the most over in life, you know? Like, my overall afflictions in life, you know? Some things I just came with, you feel me? So, it's like, I got a little tear mark right here, but, yeah. You gotta watch out on your path, man. You gotta figure out what the fuck your fucking weaknesses are real quick. Like I was telling a boy the other day, it's like, bro, you ain't with old girl no more. I'm like, nah, bro. You know why? Because you gotta figure out fast who's for you and who's not for you. Because in an instant, people can fuck your life up if you let them. It's like, you gotta be like, bro. Especially if you're really trying to elevate, bro, and people are like, really on your shit. You know, I love my hair. It's so fucking cool, though. I'm so happy with it. It looks so. It's strange, but I like it. It's so cool. I wonder what it's gonna look like in a few weeks. Give it like a wash or two. Anyways, yeah, that's another thing I was trying to just get past, you know, like vanity. But when I was doing my hair, it was for a completely different reason. And it was for me to like do something new and have fun and enjoy myself, like just being creative, you know. Like I like to do art. I like to do like crafty stuff. I like I know how to do a lot of things like in terms of like art. So I might even bring out some music on this channel one day. And actually, I know I'm gonna do some art, so just gotta stay tuned for that. I got ideas for like a brand. It's dope. Everybody's gonna love it. Yeah, man, I'm just chilling. That's all I really can do nowadays, just chill. There's nothing else to do. I mean, I'm already working, like every day working on myself, going to work, you feel me? Some days I'm like better than others, you know, trying to push through. You know, what I've learned is like, bro, 100% isn't 100% every day. You just do what you can. And if you have to push yourself, sometimes you need to push yourself, but sometimes you need to like sit the fuck down and like not push yourself, because you're gonna need that energy somewhere else or for something else. So it's kind of like just really reading out like what you need in the moment. Like that's the real thing I've learned through like my recent journey in the last like 5 months. It's like one step at a time. Like I went on a hike, right? And it was like a 14-mile hike, and the elevation was like 400 450 something miles or what. I don't fucking know, man. I just know this shit was like steep, bro. That shit was tough, bro. Anyways, you went up one mountain peak, and then you had to go back down and you hit a creek, and then you go back up, and then you go back down and you hit a creek. And then that's the end of the trail. But man, by the half of that, like, I was like, okay, you want to go back? I don't want to go any further because, like, I ain't trying to get stuck out here, you know? That's what I was telling the homie. He's like, nah, bro, I want to see the waterfall. I want to see the waterfall, homie. And he's like, I was like, alright, for sure. So we get to where the waterfall is supposed to be. Of course, it's not there. You know, it's not raining or anything. It hasn't rained in a minute. Anyways, we start walking back, and like literally 5 minutes after we start walking back, I was in the worst pain. Like my feet hurt, my thighs hurt. Shit, I was exhausted. I was hungry. Well, I already ate and I had water. It was just like we had already spent 6 hours out there. So just thinking about getting back 6 hours, and it's downhill, which is kind of hard on your feet already. And I was wearing steel-toe boots, which was a really bad decision. I didn't think about it at the time, but it was really bad because every time I would go down go down, it would squish my feet and like just murder my feet. But yeah, I got halfway once we hit the creek from coming back, right? When we were coming back, after that point, I was just like done because I sat there and chilled and smoked. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna just chill and smoke. I don't even think about going home. I'm thinking about getting airlifted out this bitch. Anyways, I get up and we start walking, right? I cannot even tell you like how much I had to like pull through every step. It's just like one step at a time. Like the only thing I could look at was my feet, because if I looked up, I saw how far I had to go, and if I saw how far I had to go, I wouldn't have done it. Every time I looked up, I couldn't look. It was too far for my brain to even, for my mind to be like, bro, it's okay, you can get through this. Like, nah, it's like, bro, like, we need a rest right now, because, like, you feel me? We got so far to go. It's too far. Yeah. Yeah, it's too far. But you know what I've learned? If you keep your head down and your hopes up, you can get there, because it only takes one step at a time. And each step you give yourself encouragement for the next, because that's all it takes to get to the finish line. It's so for real, man. That's how I got there. I couldn't do it any other way. I was looking at 1 foot at a time. And it's the same thing now. It's like You know, my steps may be slow right now, but at least I'm making them. You know, I'm stepping 1 foot at a time because you know everything's possible like that. Like, shit, I wouldn't. It wouldn't have been possible if I just looked up because I would have stopped right there and been like, "Yo, fuck this shit." I need a rest for like a few hours or something. And by the time we get back, it's like almost dark, it's cold, all that shit. Nah. And you're in more danger, you know? So yeah, it's like, even if you can't do a lot of steps, or you just need to take one step at one time, you know? That's the best option usually. Because sometimes there's no other option. But yeah, alright, y'all. Good times. Give a like and subscribe. I'm really looking forward to like just meeting Soul Tribe, you know, and just meeting the Soul Fam. Um, it's been really, it's been a rough path, but you know, still love life. Still love my Lord. And there's one reason why. It's all worth it. It's just like taking that one step, it's worth it. Because, like, you know what's not worth it? Getting airlifted. You wanna get airlifted, bro? Like, that's not worth it. Those steps to God, or like to just stay connected, you know? It's just like, they're always worth it because there's nothing else that's worth it. Nothing else will be. Divine rules all. Shit. I be wearing bummy shit. I be wearing, like, yo, bro, I be out here. Like, people don't realize, like, it ain't about what you look like, what you have. It's your connection, man. It's your connection, bro. Just gotta love, bro. Understand, bro. Choose to understand. You know, there's one thing that changed my whole life. I mean, there's a lot of things that changed my whole life, but you know what I mean? Like, in the recent years, this guy, I was going through a tough time in my last job. I was like kind of going through shit there. And not knowing I was being attacked, you know, on a daily basis, working at a spiritual shop. Uh, I was unknowingly like just projecting like negative energy, just like because I was upset with my life, and I'm like, fuck, man, I want to get out of here. And like last year at the beginning of the year, my mom, she like kind of like blew up too. She was like, let's get out of here, fuck this shit. I'm like, hell yeah, I've been wanting to get out of here for years. Finally got out. And but before I left, one of the guys was like, I never forget this because he had a specific energy, man. He said, be nice. And it resonated so, like, it resonated to my core. I was like, be nice. Some real shit, man. Like, that resonated all the way, like, to like my God frequency. I was like, man, that guy, very powerful. And I'm very grateful for both my Lord in the heavens and that guy, because at that moment he was a God that helped me, you know, a sovereign. And God bless him. I appreciate it. Because like the simplest things, man, just be good, man. Be good. You know, that's all it takes to change somebody else's life. Because they understand. Somebody might understand. Not all will. And that's okay. That's always okay. Anyways, it's about my time I go. I'll see you guys later. Peace.